Come, let me walk you through the page of eternity and find you seated among the pattern of thousand demons in the forest of fright. You need not to fear if you are not guilty. Who is afraid of fear anyway? I will not fear the tongue deep in the hollows of Saul, only just to romance the velvet shape of Orente for a night of wicked pleasure. Abba! Don't call me a coward. I am right in your face, more than you have ever imagined. 9 seasons have passed, and the sun rises still in the glazing horizon. The great day is here, and like the parables of old wine, tastes even sweeter and better. Yet, the hunters never refuses to retire. He is Eniyohogu, the conqueror of Tyne, with the weapons of the truth, progeny of Ishara, mindful but not careless to show sympathy. He is Wale.
A wild Christian. Who else can be the culprit of such infamous name calling, if not for my firstborn son, Oluwale? Before I detour, time is a revealer. Age has not taken much from us, but how well has our deeds been?
Ẹ ṣé
mercy would always remind me. Righteousness upholds a nation. Otto! You think we are here for a charade?
No, we have endured the maltreatment forced down our throats as Egba women only for too long. We say no. Time is now, and we stand for what is just and right.
We met with the Kabiesi and the royal courts between August 1946 and May 1947 to look into this affair. But long live, O King.
Osheun.
I won't deride your throne of its needed honor, but that did not stop me from telling you that the women of the ancient land of Abeokuta are displeased at your disposition towards us. What have we done? Where have we gone wrong? Do we need to slit our throats just to satisfy your thirst for power and success? Is one motor car and many privileges carried from your white master not enough luxury that you must sponsor all your outlandish and flagrant lifestyle?
You don't talk to the king in such uncouth manner. It is totally unacceptable.
Hey, Emma Gamike, would I blame you? Would I blame you? How can I blame a lame from telling one with both legs where and how to take on a journey? How can the blind show the one-eyed man the way to go? Radaush. After all, you all are a 10 and 10 pence. Give me that all.
Emi Otun, I won't take this rubbish. I won't.
What will you do? Tell me, what will you do? What can the errant butterfly possibly do to a burning flame?
Leave them. I said leave them. They are just noisemakers. It is the one that strictles that bear the pang of the suffering. Leave them.
Fumilayo, what effrontery? Ìwọ náà, mélòó lára ẹ̀? Wo? You approach the sacred order, sacred all of our forefathers for this petulant pastime of careless vituperations. Wo? Ọdẹ mọ ohun tí mo lè ṣe o. Fumilayo, you know what I can do. You have all witnessed what I can do. See, after the document you submitted seeking for a reduction of imposed taxes was rejected and thrown away, you came here in August and you were met with more serious opposition, maybe a little bit more than what stubborn folks like you would receive. You came back in December. You were all arrested and thrown into the tubu. Oh, that tún fẹ́ gbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́yìn yẹn náà. Fún mi láyọ̀. Ọ̀tún.
Kábíyèsí.
Ṣòtúrà àwọn wọ̀nyí. You were all arrested. Lẹ́yìn yẹn tún fẹ́ gbọ́rọ̀ o. Ṣùgbọ́n dùn mí. You had all returned to cause further harm. O tún padà wá again. You should understand that you are an unwanted August visitor in December in my palace.
You dare not repeat such the third time. We will show you and your own royalties that women are the movers and shakers of this world. Kábíyèsí, obìnrin ló ní ayé. For a long time, you have used your genitals as a mark of authority that you are the head. Today, we shall reverse that order and use our vagina to play the role of husbands on you. Kábíyèsí. Hey, Ayida, let us show the king and the real willpower of women.
How may we describe the occasion of an old man running because he refused to uphold justice when it is most expected of him. A dance of shame, you may call it. In the golden days of our ancestors, unity and happiness danced hand in hand among diverse cultures and cherished traditions. Colonialism may have altered the landscape, but before its arrival, love and togetherness painted our lives with vibrant hues. Energy flowed freely, binding hearts in lasting relationships of love, peace, and heartfelt dialogue. But how much have charged? Time is a revealer of truth.
Ìgbàgbọ́ mi dúró lórí ẹ̀jẹ̀ àtọ̀ dọ́dọ̀ Jésù, kò jẹ́ gbẹ́kẹ̀ lọ́hùn kan lẹ́yìn olùkọ́lá Jésù mo dúró lé. Kristi pàtó ilé mi rán ìyanrìn níyanrìn ló tẹ́ mo dúró lé. Kristi pàtó ayérayé ilé mi rán ìyanrìn ni mo dúró lé. Mo dúró lé Kristi pàtó ilé mi rán ìyanrìn níyanrìn ló tẹ́ mo dúró lé. Kristi pàtó ayérayé ilé mi rán ìyanrìn ni.
As a teacher within the four walls of classroom and a servant in God's vineyard, I understood the power of deep philosophy of life and the nectar of education as key to good success. So I guided myself with library of books and a village square of like minds. As part of my fondest pastime, I found game hunting as a pleasurable time out, although Wale, that boy, would not let me rest. So I handed him my gun anytime we were out in the wild together. Indeed, we made a good company on every hunting expedition. A disciplinarian, you may call me, but I sure was friendly, warm, and kind all at once. Oh, before I forget, you can call me S.A., not S.A.
Two hearts that truly beat as one, Eniola and Samuel, a wonderful couple who lived and served in Abeokuta. The journey was long, tough and rough before they eventually have 7 children, which Oluwole Akiwande Shoyinka being the second born. That seed, 7 golden seed, rented from the special parent, a tract of souls, meeting at the legal gate. The present year today conforms to the saying, oh, one long walking soon, alive more and guiding the 7 golden treasures through the vital of time.
I am Oluwole Akiwande Babatunde Shoyinka, born in the town of Abeokuta. I am the second of 7 children of my parents. My father, Samuel Ayodele Shoyinka, and my mother, Eniola Grace Shoyinka. My father was the headmaster of St. Peter's School in Abeokuta, a man who delights in constructive arguments, while my mother was a housekeeper and trader. She was a respected political activist in the community, wild Christian, my mother.
was no less a disciplinarian just like the women in our time. The combined force of S.A., my father, and white Christian left their imprint on Tinu, myself, Femi, Yesterday, Koyode, and Folabo. A close-knit family with trappings of good moral instruction being taught at all times. As a young boy, I had contact with both the traditional Yoruba belief and Christianity. This atmosphere of religion, syncretism has a significant influence on shaping my personality.
ọlọ́mi lẹ́fẹ̀ẹ́ jẹ̀wọ̀ lásán lè fi mọ̀ kí mọ̀ gbóra lákàyé làkàgbọ́ bọ́lọ́bẹ̀ nífẹ̀ wọ́n ní kí kókù kọ̀ gbó jẹun méje nìrè méje lògùn mi ògbó alára nígbàjẹ́ ògbó nìrè àgbàgbò ògbó gbẹ́nàgbẹ́nà ògì ẹ̀jì nímú ògbó ní kọlà àmì ẹ̀jẹ̀ ni o wọ́n ní ẹ̀yẹ́ lẹ́gbẹ̀mọdé o jágbe ní ọdẹ tà bẹ́ẹ̀ gbé ní ọdẹ wọ́n ní jágbe ní ọdẹ tà bẹ́ẹ̀ gbé ní ọdẹ ẹ máa ní. Ogun mama jari soso, anyway soso, ari soso.
Ogun mama jari soso,
soso ari soso.
Ogun mama jari soso,
soso ari soso.
Ogun mama jari soso,
soso.
Ogun mama jari soso,
ari soso.
Ogun mama jari soso,
ari soso.
Ogun mama jari soso,
jari soso. Ogun mama jari soso, anyway soso, ari soso. Anyway soso, ari soso.
Ours was a family where good virtues and moral were upheld in high esteem. Born of puritanical parentage, you wonder why I am not a pastor myself. That should tell you something deep about my family. We were made to understand and appreciate the majesty of Eledumare and sanctity of life itself. For religion and all its tenets, it was not such a common thing. My grandfather in Ishara was a foremost traditional believer. As a consequence of my personal conviction, I chose to pitch tent with my grandfather. I was considered a very precarious as a child. I challenged the system that denied me education in my early years. At almost 3 years of age, I wasn't attending school.
for the hippopo, P.O. for the hippopo, and T.M.U.S. for the hippopotamus. For the hippopo, P.O. for the hippopo, and T.M.U.S. for the hippopotamus.
Mommy, I want to take my bath.
Wale, where are you going? Why do you need to take your bath so early? I am busy with your sister. She's getting ready for school. You know it is not time for you to start school yet.
Yeah. Okay, mommy.
Oluwale, are you laughing at me? Don't play games.
Yeah, I am sorry, mommy. I have a plan today. My grandfather's head will favor me.
Tinu, it's time. Come out. Let me take you to school.
I'm coming. Give me a few minutes.
Oluwale, how did you get here? What do you think you are doing? What will your mother say? You left home alone to come to school. Haven't you been told it's not yet time for you to start school?
It's time, it's time.
Wale, have you come here to keep your sister's company?
No, I have come to school.
These are your father's books?
Yes, sir. I want to learn.
But you are not old enough, Wale.
But I'm 3 years old now.
3 years old? Ah, sir, don't mind him, oh, don't mind him. He won't be 3 until July.
Yeah, I'm nearly 3 anyway. I have come to school and I have books.
Okay, enter his name into the register.
Thank you, sir.
From that point onward, I have been searching for knowledge and excellence, distinguishing myself in all levels of education. Anything, any piece of paper anywhere, I always wanted to read it. And of course, that means reading books and so on. And we all come from some tradition that involves storytelling, epic, narratives, etc. In those days, the elders used to tell us stories and repeat them. I soon realized that I never like to retell a story exactly as I heard it. So, I would always make up time, make up things. My sibling always say, no, it didn't go that way. But I would say, that's how I want it to be.
That was how he started his creative journey.
Too curious to avoid the obvious and curious in understanding issues of life.
He soaked himself in the ocean of knowledge and drank the wine of ever-refreshing soul-finding.
Literature was merely an expression of who he is and what he wants.
Too many parts in one body. An unrepentant scholar and avid reader. Indeed, our legacy is ever carried.
Living in St. Peter's Arcade parsonage, the concept of intellectualism was a common playing ground for me. How can I ever forget Iyanu, Babami, Iyami, my grandfather, New Year men traveling to my second home in Ishara? Man, I relish every memory. In 1939, when I was just 5 years old, when the Second World War II erupted. At that time, we were fortunate to have access to electricity and a radio. I listened with rapt attention as a news report detailed the conflict ravaging the European continent, largely dominated by Adolf Hitler. Hitler to me embodied all evil forces, and as a child I perceived him as incarnation of the devil himself.
In the year 1940, he attended St. Peter Primary School and later in Abeokuta Grammar School, where he won several prizes for competition. This brings us to the year 1946, where he was a student at Government College, Ibadan.
Hey! Hey!
de hunde.
Eko akété ilé ọgbọ́n. Eko akété ilé ọgbọ́n. Arọ dẹ́dẹ́ kó má má dá. Eko aromisa lẹ́gbẹ́lẹ́gbẹ́. Arọ dẹ́dẹ́ kó má má dá. Eko aromisa lẹ́gbẹ́lẹ́gbẹ́.
Like many other things, music is one form of the arts that keeps Lagos thick. As the saying goes, a go for show, no show without Lagos. In contrast with this exuberant lifestyle, the city boasts of resilience and steadfastness. Many are coming, more are going. The city that never sleeps, awake before dawn time, and fluttering through time and space, in land seated on the abundance of waters, a city of aquatic splendor.
Bami mi pé mi sọ fún mi tẹ́lẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀. Èkó akété ìlú ọgbọ́n. Tó bá dúró kò ṣọ́ra kò ní yangi. Èkó gbàgbẹ̀rẹ̀. Èkó gbàgbẹ̀rẹ̀. Èkó gbàgbẹ̀rẹ̀ rárá. Èkó. Èkó gbàgbẹ̀rẹ̀. Èkó gbàgbẹ̀rẹ̀. Èkó gbàgbẹ̀rẹ̀ rárá.
Wole has decided to join the Daily Times as a journalist. Won't you speak to your son?
Why? If that is his decision to make, why should I bother myself about his future career?
You know what they say about these journalists.
That they are as poor as teachers, isn't it?
I don't mean to lampoon. After all, you are taking care of the family without bother. But Wole is only a child.
What about him?
He's our first son, and we need to keep a good watch over him.
Woman, he is no toddler. Do I need to remind you about that? He is only a year and some months short of 18 years. Let him be. I know you love him dearly.
I can't fold my arms. We can't fold our arms and watch him stray.
Woman, he won't.
How are you sure? Essay, he is but a child. We need to intervene to derail his focus on taking up journalism as a career in Lagos.
I have given this a deep thought even before you brought it up. But you know, Wole, for instance, it was my expectation that he would stick around long enough for his postgraduate examination at DAY6 and enroll into the newly constructed University College at Ibadan. Before we could say Jack Robinson, he left for Lagos, and that put me in a very difficult position as I speak.
What do we do?
Pray.
Yes, prayer is the only key. We can only pray to God that God changes his mind.
Yes, we can only pray.
My parents must have felt a wave of relief when I told them that my interview at the Daily Times didn't go well. It must have seemed like a stroke of luck from above. With Uncle Shegun's support in Lagos, I was employed as a clerical assistant at the medical stores. The pay, nevertheless, at least I was finally able to earn a living for myself.
Una too wonderful. In fact, una get level well. Guys, now me call una for this special morning meeting. Guys, now promotion meeting with this promotion. Yes, promotion. Guys, sure una don't hear the latest gist.
Promotion meeting.
Latest gist. No, we never
No,
hear.
yeah,
Oh.
Una never hear.
No.
Oh, that man we just employ.
Which man? Which man?
That man now, we get petty hair. Where in here don the white.
Okay. We don't remember. Oh.
That is good. Guys, all of una know say I sabi book well.
Bele.
And if no be the situation of this country, I for no dey this position with una o.
Pẹ̀lẹ́. I too know. Church us.
You see guys, this small time wey this man enter here, he don write some radio plays and short stories wey dem don broadcast for Nigerian radio. You see, after he finish im course for 1952, he begin studies for the University College for Ibadan. Him and 6 others found the Outreach Confraternity, the first confraternity for Nigeria, registered as the National Association of Sea Dogs, popularly known as the Pirates. You see, it was founded to be an anti-corruption and justice-seeking organization. Although, later those years, some bad boys later hijack am for a hand. But then, the University College for Ibadan, they connected to UK. During course, he studied English literature, Greek and Western history. For the year 1953 to 1954,
History.
na in second and the last year for University College for Ibadan before him move go Leeds University for UK. Guys, e be like say una no understand wetin I dey try talk for pidgin and mixture of English.
Yes, coach. Continue only in English, sir.
Okay.
We go understand am better.
Okay. He works as an editor for The Eagle, a non-frequent periodical of humorous character. On the second page of this journal, he writes commentaries about the academic life and often criticizing his college students sharply and many times cautiously defends affronted and insulted female colleagues. Hey, hello, stand up. Foolish people. Now why una no know book? Now, you tell me wetin I talk last. Tell me.
Oga, be like say you talk say the man write the man death story.
Shut up. Shey na wetin I talk last be that. Okay. You wetin I talk last.
You talk say and na true say he write the man death story for prison.
Oh my.
Yes.
God. Shut up, Mr. Prison Writer. Oh. Okay, guys. Shey make I into na.
Oh yeah, it does.
Okay, I dey come. You are doing well.
Hey, guys. Wait oh. Wetin this man wan go bring?
See. Me I don't know. Maybe you wan go bring the book wey that man wey get white hair write inside that time wey die for.
You get brain oh. That man story too long jare. Say I fit read am like this. Wait. Shey you like this. You fit read. Both of una get brain.
You dey craze.
I know if you wait. Wetin you wan do? You wan fight? I fit read. I read pass una.
Abege.
káàbọ̀ ṣé dáadáa ló dé àti ìrètí rẹ. káàbọ̀ ṣé dáadáa ló dé àti ìrètí rẹ.
When I moved to England, I began my studies in English literature under the supervision of my mentor, Wilson Knight. I became acquainted with a number of young, gifted British writers after graduating with an upper second-class degree. I remained in Leeds and began working on an MA. I successfully engaged in literary fiction. I stayed in Leeds with the intention of earning a doctorate. Influenced by my promoter, I decided to merge European theatrical tradition with those of the Yoruba people. In 1958, I emerged with my first play entitled The Swamp Dwellers. 1 year later, I brought out a new one called The Lion and the Jewel, a comedy which aroused the interest from several members of the London Royal Theatre. This encouraged me to leave my doctorate studies and move to London, where I worked as a play reader for the Royal Court Theatre. At that time, both of my plays were displayed in Ibadan. In 1960, I was awarded the Rockefeller Research Fellowship, and then I returned to Nigeria.
He was arrested for the first time, accused of tampering with tapes during the playback of the recorded speech of the winner of the Nigerian elections. The results of the 1964 regional election were nullified so that a candidate favored by the government could claim victory. Alongside some friends, Soyinka forcefully entered the local radio station and replaced a tape of his own for the recorded message prepared by the fraudulent victor of the election. This action led to his 2-month arrest and detention.
We no go gree, oh, we no go gree. We no go gree, oh, we no go gree. We no go gree, oh, we no go gree. We no go gree, oh, we no go gree. We no go gree, oh, we no go gree. We no go gree, oh, we no go gree. We no go gree, oh, we no go gree. We no go gree, oh, we no go gree.
Greatest writers.
Great.
Greatest of the greatest writers.
Great.
The greatest and most esteemed writers.
Great.
Thank you all for answering the call to be here today.
It is imperative to stand in solidarity, my people. As they say, one dog bites, all dog bites.
Yes, so
we are united in this cause. Wale Soyinka's plight is our own.
absolutely. My fellow advocates, I wish to address some truths today.
Speak to their deaf ears. They may want to silence us, but we will speak truth to power.
Yes, we must stand firm. What crime has he committed to warrant his arrest? Fellow Nigerians, what offense has he committed against you people?
Corruption within the government.
They accuse him of manipulating tapes to alter the recorded speech of the Nigerian election winner. We all know the regional election results were overturned to favor a candidate backed by the government. Corruption runs deep. Free our man!
Release him! Release him! Release him! Release him! Release him! All we are saying, free us! All we are saying, free us! All we are saying, free us! All we are saying, free us!
He was released after 2 months of being locked up due to the protests from the international community of writers and being found not guilty. He also penned 2 more dramatic pieces before the Blackout and the comedy Kongi Harvest, along with a radio play for the London BBC titled The Detainee. By the end of that same year, he was promoted to headmaster and senior lecturer in the Department of English Language at the University of Lagos. In his speeches around that time, he criticized the cult of personality, government corruption, and African dictatorship on several occasions. In May, the Biafran conflict began.
Usabu, usabu, hey bae, usabu, hey bae, usabu, usabu, hey bae, usabu, hey bae, usabu, usabu, hey bae, usabu, hey bae, hey bae, hey bae, hey bae.
In August, I was vocal about my dislike of Nigerian politics and was willing to put it all on the timeline and trying to fight oppressional and tyranny. In 1966, there were 2 military coups, and Nigeria appeared to be heading for a civil war after Colonel Odumegu Emeka Ojukwu declared Southeast Nigeria to be the independent republic of Biafra. During the Nigerian Civil War, I secretly and unofficially meet the Igbo leader, Omeka Odumego Ojoko, in Nigerian town of Enugu, with the aim to persuade him to stop the action of tending to separate Igbo land from Nigeria. Out of an order of President Gowon, I was arrested and imprisoned.
Ẹni oyè lóyè yíyẹ. Ẹni oyè lóyè yíyẹ oyè yíyẹ o. Ẹni oyè lóyè yíyẹ. Oyè yíyẹ o. Ẹni oyè lóyè yíyẹ. Ṣóyínká oyè yíyẹ o. Ẹni oyè lóyè yíyẹ.
In October 1969, as the Biafra session comes to an end, amnesty is proclaimed and Wole leaves the walls of prison.
Mr. Wole Soyinka, it's wonderful to have you back with us after some time. We know you well as a university lecturer, a dramatist, a poet, a writer of world-class caliber, and unequivocally not a politician. Did you involve yourself in politics or any other activities before the authorities detained you for 22 months?
Of course, I was involved in what was happening. I hesitate to call it politics. I view war as a human problem, and I'm simply a human being. You are correct in saying I was involved, and not correct in saying I'm not a politician.
So, how did you feel about your release from detention after 22 months?
My feeling is one of amusement. I anticipated my release sooner or later, or my demise in some form of chaos. One or two outcome has come to pass.
Tell us, how about your career in the university and the world of drama?
Okay, in my immediate concern, we have lost valuable time in our projects, theatrical, and of course, film endeavors have suffered setback and damages. Much creative work has been disrupted, but my immediate priority is to resume it.
Wow. Thank you so much, Mr. Wole Soyinka. It's been a pleasure to have you share your thoughts with us.
Thank you.
First few months after the release, he left Nigeria for 6 years before returning. He later went into exile again. Wole spent time on a farm in southern France belonging to one of his friends, where he tries to come round after the period of mental stagnation. There emerges one of his most prominent masterpieces, the Baka of Euripides. At the end of the year, he returns to his office of headmaster of Cathedral of Drama in Ibadan and produces Kongi's Harvest. At the same time, a movie with the same title is being produced. In June 1970, he ends another of his plays, Madman and the Specialist, with the intention of gaining theatrical experience, along with the group of 15 actors of Ibadan University Theatre Art Company. 1971, he appears another of his poetry collections called A Shuttle in the Crypt. In Paris, Wole was featured in a French movie titled Connors Cruise O'Brien's called Murderous Angels. He acted Patrice Lumumba. He also testified in the process of violence of the students' rights. A note from prison during his 22 months imprisonment during the civil war with Biafra. He wrote a poem on a tissue paper and recorded his experience. In this memoir, he recounts his arrest and interrogation, the efforts to criminate him, and the searing mental affect solitary confinement. The man died. The prison note was banned in Nigeria.
In April, I became concerned about political situations in Nigeria. As I resigned from my duties at the University of Ibadan and went into voluntary exile for a few years. In July, I presented some fragments of my famous play, The Dance of the Forest, in Paris. In 1972, I was awarded an honorary doctorate at the University of Leeds. Another one of my novels, Season of Anatomy, was published, and Oxford issued my collections of plays. That same year, the National Theatre of London, which had commissioned my play, staged the Bacchae of Euripides. Between 1973 and 75, I primarily devoted myself to scientific activities. I spent a year on probation at Churchill College, Cambridge University, and delivered a series of lectures at various European universities. In 1975, I was promoted to the editor of Transition magazine in the capital of Ghana, Accra, where I reside for some time. In the columns of the periodical magazine, I once again criticized the Negrophiles in my essay, Neo-Transanism, and the African military regime, protesting against the military revolt of Idi Amin in Uganda. Despite everything, I continue to write and never stop pursuing my ambition as a writer and activist until one day.
Mr. Wale Soyinka, it is a privilege to present to you words of congratulations from the Swedish Academy and to ask you to receive the Nobel Prize in Literature from the hands of His Majesty.
I am overwhelmed with joy. So happy as one can be. Today marks History Day for me, as I am celebrated as the first African writer to be awarded the Nobel Prize for Literature. It is a tremendous honor to stand here and receive such a prestigious accolade. I want to extend my deepest gratitude to my beloved Mami and Babami. How I wish you both could be here to see your son being celebrated on this remarkable day. I thank you all.
Olóde ire òní o ire, olóde ire, àgọ́yà olóde, àgọ́yà ẹ fún wa lóde lò, fún wa lóde lò kò ní ẹwà o. Aráyé ẹwà wá ẹwà riwo ẹ pariwo kẹgbẹ́ wa lárugẹ, ẹgbẹ́ náà wá kẹwà wẹsẹ̀ oníjó, oníjó ló pàdé olóde lóde, àgọ́yà olóde. Olóde ire òní o ire, olóde ire, àgọ́yà olóde, àgọ́yà ẹ fún wa lóde lóko ní ẹwà. Èrè ayò èrè, èrè là ń fọmọ ayò yìí ṣe o. Èrè ayò èrè, èrè là ń fọmọ ayò yìí ṣe o. Èrè ayò 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 ayò.
A mother's task is never done on earth, nor is it ended when life ends. Olodumare intervene, I would say. Your son Oluwole has been announced wanted, like a common killer, accused of crimes by military dictator. Why would this happen to my son? Where will my son hide? Where can he run to? I am doomed. Olodumare, I call on you to take control again. I believe and have faith in you alone. Baba mi, take control. Bami lowo awon apanipa. Baba Wole, say something.
Wale, you have been a strong critic of successive Nigerian and African governments, especially the country's many military dictators and other political tyrannies, including the Mugabe regime in Zimbabwe.
Baba Wole, is this the appropriate time for this?
Wale, could you please allow me speak?
Okay, oh.
Much of your writings have focused on the oppressive boots and the irrelevance of the color of the boot that we ate. In the current General Sonia Abacha's regime, you wrote against his government. You don't like yourself, Wale. You are Moi. You are Abacha's most wanted man. Oluwole, Shora, oh. These military men are diabolical. Run away for your life, Wole.
Why is this happening to you, Oluwole? Do you still even pray? Do you think before you speak against the government? But I could never bear to see harm come to you, my child. You are my son, and I will guard and protect you with all my might. I will do whatever it takes to keep you safe. Now, please take your leave.
Wole, our time is short here. Our mission is completed. It's up to you now. Take your leave. Now.
Mommy.
Seasons passed, and through the verdant spring, he sowed his dreams beneath the sun's warm, nurturing beams. Yet in the bloom, there lay the ache of growth's relentless shaping stick. Through dedication and tireless effort, the fruits of his labor began unfolding, a beacon of light after a long journey through the dark. His perseverance rewarded with strokes of good fortunes, a testament to the belief that hard work truly pays off in the end. Oluwole, an enigma of creativity. While in the United States, he embarked on a remarkable journey, teaching at prestigious institutions like Cornell University and Emory University. His path led him to become a professor of creative writing at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, and a scholar in residence at renowned universities across the globe, from New York University to Loyola Marymount University in Los Angeles. But it wasn't just his academic prose that defined him. Soyinka's contributions went beyond the classroom. He was awarded Europe Theatre Prize. In this special prize category, recognizing his role in promoting understanding and the exchange of knowledge between peoples through cultural events. A journey of a majestic odyssey of resilience and triumph stands as a testament to the undying power of the human spirit, forever etched in the annals of history as a beacon of hope and inspiration for generations to come.
Soyinka, Wole ọmọ 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 Soyinka.
In the realm of creativity, where strength is found, we celebrate the journey that keeps you on the solid ground. Across the globe, your name shines bright like a beacon of hope and source of light. Oluwole, your legacy endures. Open doors of hope, steadfast and sure. In our beloved Nigeria, your influence will reign. A living legend, breaking barriers, shattering chains. Stand tall, Oluwole, in your artistic grace. Keep crafting, keep shaping with passion and grace. As the architect of poetic verse and prose, your spirit night as the story of flood. Stand tall, Oluwole. Let your voice resound.
Wole ọmọ Soyinka, Wole ọmọ Soyinka, Wole ọmọ Soyinka, Wole ọmọ Soyinka, Ṣóyínká. Wọlé ọmọ 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 Ṣóyínká.
Good evening, everyone. That is an amazing performance. I want to call out the playwright and the director, Mr. Tunde Mobangbo. Are we here? Please, a round of applause for him as he's coming up here. The playwright and the director. Where's the playwright and the director? Please, a round of applause for that as they're coming up, please. Please, let's jam our hands together. Thank you. All right, please give it up to them for that amazing performance. Without them, we can't have that. Thank you so much.
I want to say thank you very much to everybody who came around, and I would like to invite our choreographer to the stage, Rashid Ridwan. Rashid Ridwan. So I just want to say thank you very much. I'm short of words now. And this is the second time happening. The first one happened in Bariga and the second one is happening today. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you once again. I mean we are actually overwhelmed by your presence here. Thank you so much. Of course to the cast and crew. I say very big thank you to the audience. I say very big thank you. Just as you said, this is the second time we're actually staging this. We staged it in August, just a month from Prop's birthday, and we was actually looking forward to actually taking it to the bigger stage for a command performance. Thank you once again. God bless you.
Yeah, I want to say a big thank you to the SM, to Oriade, Crown of Africa, Footprint of David, Bimbo, Arthur Sage, German. Thank you very much for giving us this opportunity. We are very grateful for this. Labaf, thank you very much. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you, Ridwan. Thank you all.
All right. A quick announcement. The first screening has been postponed to tomorrow because of what is going on at the skate ground. And do not forget, our program continues tomorrow by 11 a.m. So please be here on time. I'm going to just go through some of our program we're going tomorrow. We're having the celebration of the Green Festival. We're having Kora Creative Club. So do not forget, please join us tomorrow, which is going to be the last day of Labaf 2024. Thank you for coming, please. Thank you. Please enjoy your evening. Thank you.